sorry, the Zoe matchups more importantly. But MVP do have strong team fight if we ever get to a 5v5 phase where they just haven't been so outclassed in the laning phase where it doesn't really matter.
This definitely feels like another game that should drag out into a longer one unless Kingzone really just get on top of MVP and make them pay for their mistakes, as we did see them do in game number 1. The thing about Taliyah is that I feel like it has a little bit less outplay potentially. You know, she's just going to be shoving the lane, trying not to get hit, not trying to 1v1 Ian at this point.
But then leaving the lane, if the communication is on point and the roams from Alistair are as on point in game 1, maybe they just have top and bot lane in a disarray, and it doesn't matter how strong a Zoe is. So the thing about Taliyah is not so much about how you play your lane, it's how you play the map. So if they get those control wards down, start the roaming, you still have confidence in BDD, even if in the actual isolated 1v1, the Taliyah will never be an ideal pick against the Zoe.
Yeah, I'm sure BDD will make us a believer. Not too scared that he won't in this one. We get to see Maha once again on the Kog'Maw with the composition that can work.
Has one of the best names. Roar of the Slayer, the E. Okay. Speaking of a Roar of the Slayer.
We got a fight. ADD's trying to be that Slayer, but it should not work out here as Peanut comes to the rescue. And now it is just a sad mechanical beast trying to run away. And that's going to be the first blood handed over to Rascal on the Camille up top.
Maybe ADD should have been a little bit more conservative against a lane that took Doran Blade. We haven't seen Doran's Blade top lane in ages. Looked a bit suspicious that he would let so much of his health bar go with only a single potion, but nice pathing from Sejuani. Comes over with the Blast Cone. Easy as you like. The spellbook is closed for Gorilla. He's gone Aftershock this game.
That's no fun. We don't get any weird teleports up into the top lane when you weren't expecting it.
Prey is allergic to the sorcery tree. Sorry, allergic to the inspiration tree again.
Yeah. We got to engage here, and Max is going to flash. He's got Ignite ticking. That's pretty close from the flash forward. Prey, he's going to get it. Nicely done.
That was the fadeaway right there from Prey. Really nicely done on the back end. Max thought he could return to lane with a bit of stain. No, no, no. First blood to Prey. Longzhu, now King's.
Thinking about it. Max still doesn't have a splash. He's going to run into it. They have an opportunity here. Even Taliyah joining the mix, but we got a TP coming in from, it looks like Ornn. Beyond now trying to go onto this. Taliyah does have the stopwatch available. Let's see if they can turn this around. The Sejuani ultimate comes out, and they do take out Beyond. Nice patience there from Kingzone to pick off that kill right at the end.
Yeah, a lot of patience from both sides. You might have wondered, why was Sejuani still in lane? The big thing for Sejuani is she wanted to help Prey to actually push in the wave and back, because Maha has teleport from the unsealed spellbook. So worried about Maha just teleporting and getting a pretty big back and advantageous back over his opponent, but eventually it turned into aggression, and Kingzone won that one. And speaking of aggression, we're doing it again.
Yeah, they're not done here.
Oh,
only Maha has the flash, but what an engage now from Gorilla. They should get Max. The question is, can they get Maha? Looks like it, as we do have Rascal come in from the top lane. Just TPing in for another kill. Make that a double now for BDD.
Really nice return gank from Kingzone. We don't often see this. Usually everyone goes and buys their stuff and gets over it, but no, Kingzone keep their finger on the trigger. Gorilla desperately didn't have. I think Zoe balance is a really interesting thing to talk about, because the Zoe playstyle and the play patterns of her are strongest. Let's talk about Zoe when she's dead again.
Let's talk about Zoe death here in the mid lane. No way you're getting out of this one.
So Zoe's strength, which seems like a weird thing to talk about as she dies, is the fact that if you're in that lane for a long time as Taliyah against Zoe and your jungler has control of the enemy jungle, your side lanes are even, Zoe does a lot. You know, if you're in a sieging situation where you have Baron buff and the Zoe team has the Baron buff, you're going to rain down hell and delete people. And I think the numbers still do need to be tweaked.
Go wide.
Gorilla's one of the few to go into the Hex Flash, especially on the Alistair. BDD's coming for a ride.
Well, Hextech Ultimatum does get the knock-up onto BDD, which is kind of impressive.
Tries to predict it.
Yeah, did try to predict it. Rascal gets low, and at least he is going to trade the kill back. We got Zoe on the chase now, BDD not realizing it for a while, and actually just turns around towards the Zoe. So 1-for-1, Rascal going a little bit too far deep.
Nice attempt at the predict by BDD, but...
Another thing about Zoe, she doesn't have too much mobility in terms of escapes, and you get her flash out, you might have an opportunity, is going to use her ultimate to try to get out of dodge, and finally the Cosmic Radiance comes in. follow-up Trouble Bubble onto Sejuani, but they cannot follow up from there.
Yeah, Ian dodges into the Cosmic Radiance, was armed onto Maha and lives. Bot lane, these trades are going to start to really hurt for ADD. Yep.
Oh, nicely timed. And we got BDD even coming on in. Let's see if he can make another miracle happen. This time not the case, as Rascal and BDD 2v1ing to pick up the kill.
Yeah, need a couple of miracles there. Might have been able to turn around the 1v1 and live, but the 1v2 wasn't going to happen. Kingzone also in the top side, pushing away relentlessly. They actually just turn on to Beyond. So much damage.
Okay.
Holy crap.
Does get the sweep, but that is a Jarvan, has an escape. Does get away. Meanwhile,
On, but I'm not sure I can.
that's really the key. What you mentioned, the Syndra. We are going to have this fight turn around. ADD is going to knock up Peanut, but now they're kind of caught here up against the wall. A fantastic Fates call to send in the Alistar and stop the disengage here. Cogmaw gets lined up as well. One last auto attack from downtown is going to take out the Cogmaw. And
He's in the base.
This is just unbelievable. They're going to ace him at this point. We'll see if Ian can even get away. He's trying to make a miracle happen and get a kill. At this point, nothing going to work for them. An ace entirely, as all hope of MVP winning a game in this series looks to be gone.
Valdes, they ace them between the inner and inhibitor turrets at 19 minutes, with both those turrets raining down on multiple members. BD's flashing into the enemy base as Talia. That is about as done as a game can be. Rascal with Trinity Force, gonna kill a turret. This game is plunger right now.
I'd have to agree. I mean, the reason why we can say that is because compared to so many of the other teams, right, we said this before, SKT is the closest team to them. And all the other teams that were near the bottom, right, like Rox and BBQ, they're all stepping up, whereas MVP are not. We'll see if we can actually get a kill here. He's going to trade 1-for-1 as the Taric, with the redemption, gets the kill.
Rascal could have altered through a lot of different abilities there, but allowed himself to get stunned up in under the turret. Just had to side.
I'd like to see him go through the entire list of them and see what he can find success on. We've seen Azir twice, Ryze twice, Talia and Malzahar once each. And now we're seeing 2 games of Zoe. And so far, nothing has been convincing, Papa.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of Ian. You know, he has played a lot of games, 162 games as a professional, as Maha's dead.
They're just like playing with their food right now. They could be pushing, but they don't want to. They want more kills. They want to boost their stats. They want to get as many kills as possible. That's going to add 3 more to the tally.
We're almost kill a minute action here in the LCK.
It's unbelievable. That's like one good thing at the end of all this, I suppose. You can call it a good thing. Okay, he disappeared. Gorilla picks up the kill. Ornn, kind of ornery, by himself down in the bottom lane, going 1v5. And now they'll just wait for the last of the super minions to come in, and I don't know what to tell you guys. It's going to be the quickest series of all of LCK 2018 Spring so far, as they look to play with their food even more and pick up as many kills as possible. Beyond's now going to jump on in, but he's going to get stunned up by the Sejuani eventually. Taken out by Prey. Let's boost his stats a little bit. Gorilla trading for some more kills for his team. What a bro. And that's going to be the 2-0 here from Kingzone. Kind of what we expected, but this was very, very dominant.
23-44 was when the Nexus exploded. By far the shortest game of LCK Spring 2018. And you know what the crazy thing is, Valdes? They weren't even playing Khan, and it only took them 23 minutes 48. ADD thought his birthday came early. He wasn't facing Khan in outrageous form. It didn't matter. Rascal looked a bit up and down, but the rest of the members of Kingzone obliterated MVP. I've said obliterated.